brand new lesson for you today. It's Whiskey 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 by John Mayer. It's one of his new songs from his new album coming up, Born and Raised. So we're going to have a look at it. I'll teach you all the chords that he's playing. There's a couple of acoustic versions live on YouTube, so you should have a little look at those and watch what he's doing, and I'll show you the chords that he's playing. Okay, so let's get started. Right folks, let's have a look at these chords for the intro and the chorus. So here they are. We've got D add 9, we've got A minor 9, and we've got E minor. Now the A minor 9 you might find a little bit tricky because we're going to use the thumb for the bass note, the lowest note. But hopefully you can give this a try. So let's have a look at the chords quickly. So the first one is the D add 9. Kind of like this. First finger, 5th fret of the A. Mute out the D string. Okay. The first finger here should hopefully do that. If we just bend it over the string and just lie it over the top, it's going to give us a muted sound like so. Then it's 3rd finger, 7th fret of the G, pinky, 7th fret of the B, and then open E string at the bottom. Like so. Okay, so that's the first chord, that's a D add 9. A minor 9, going to use our thumb. 5th fret on the E, up here, low E. We're going to mute out the A string with the part of our thumb here, and then we're going to take our middle and 3rd and pop the middle down on the 5th fret of the D, and the 3rd finger down on the 5th fret of the G, and play the open on the B and the E. So we'll strum from the E string. There we go. That's our A minor 9. And then we're just going to do a simple E minor. Okay, so it goes like this. Here's our E minor. You guys should probably know this chord, but if not, here it is. It's 1st and 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the A and the 2nd fret of the D. And then every other string is played open. Alright, so that's the chords for our intro and our chorus. Quite simple. What I'll do is I'll just play through with the strumming pattern for you now, and you can have a listen to how that sounds. So there is our chords played through with our strumming pattern for the intro and the chorus. Alright, so let's go on to the next section. Okay, so our verse. Our verse is really quite simple. All we're going to do for the verse is play a G chord and a D over an F sharp chord. Now what I'll do is I'll pop up the two chords for you quickly to have a look at. They're quite simple. Here we go. Right, so you can see we've got G and D over F sharp. Our G is going to be played with the thumb, well the low G note on the E is going to be played with the thumb again, and we'll play the D over F sharp with the thumb as well. So this thumb's going to be getting a real workout when we're playing today. So let's have a little play through these chords. First of all, G chord, thumb's going to sit on the E string at the 3rd fret. We're going to mute out the A string, then we're going to put our fingers in a little step pattern here. 5th fret on the D with the 3rd finger, 4th fret on the G with the middle finger, and 3rd fret on the B with this 1st finger. Alright, and we're going to mute out the high E string as well. So this should give us this chord. Alright, so you can hear how that sounds. Next chord is D over F sharp. So all we're going to do is we're going to shift back this bass note from the 3rd fret on the G back to here. So that's going to be right there on the E string, 2nd fret, mute out the A string, open D, 1st finger, 2nd fret on the G, 3rd finger, 3rd fret on the B, and what we're going to do is we're going to go back and forth between this sort of open E string at the bottom and a 2nd fret, okay, sort of hammer on idea. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll have a little play through these chords with the strumming pattern and you can hear how it sounds. idea for the G and D over F sharp there. So let's go on to the next section. Right, our pre-chorus. Now this changes, okay, so this is our first pre-chorus, so remember this is our first pre-chorus. So once we've played through the parts of our verse, our G and our D over F sharp, we're going to go on to our chords here. So I'll flash the chords up on the screen for you now. What you can see is we've got a G, so it's the same G chord as the start of the verse. Then we have an E minor 7 chord. Then we're moving to a G chord again, and then to a C add 9. Alright, you see that G chord there, the second time is a little bit different. Alright, so let's go through these chords. First chord is the same as the start of the verse, so hopefully you can follow that through. Okay, that's the one there with the thumb, and our little step pattern 5, 4, 3 on the D, G, B, like so. Alright. Then we change to E minor 7. So E minor 7 is quite a simple one. He plays it a number of different ways. He plays it with his finger flattened over 2 strings, but we're just going to play it like so. Okay, so this is just a standard E minor chord, open E string on the low one, second fret A, second fret A with the first finger, second fret D with the middle finger, open G, third finger, third fret on the B, open E string on the high one. Then we're going to change to one of John Mayer's like patented G chords, so the way he plays it, it's going to be played with the thumb here. Okay, so for all you guys that know a G chord, it's exactly the same as a G chord, except we're using the thumb for the bass here. Alright, so that's going to be thumb at the third fret on the E, mute out that A string, open D and G, then the third finger, third fret B, pinky, third fret on the E. Alright, normal G chord. Then we change to a C add 9. Right, so a C add 9 chord, going to change up like this. So we're going to be middle finger on the A string and first finger, second fret on the D. Open G, and then what we're going to do is leave these fingers behind from the G chord down here on the third fret of the B with the third finger and pinky third fret of the E. Strum down from the A string, you'll get that chord. Alright, so that's our pre-chorus, first time. Alright, so let's hear these chords through, and you can hear how they go with the strumming pattern. Alright, so you can see how that strumming pattern goes through. Now what would happen after this is we'd go into the chorus, which we did at the start of the video there, and then we would go on to the post-chorus. So I'll teach you the post-chorus right now.